So how do you defer tax when you make a purchase on an investment in real estate? I want to talk a little bit about a 1031 exchange and also a reverse 1031 exchange, which is in the tax code. And I just want to start off by mentioning that I'm not a financial advisor. Of course, you want to talk with your tax accountant, tax attorney, or financial advisor. But I just want to go over a little bit of what I've seen and help clients do in the past, with the purchase of their real estate, and to be able to use 100% of their proceeds to purchase the new investment. If this is your first time here, I'm Rich. I'm your local Maryland and Delaware realtor, and my contact information is going to be down below if you need to reach out for any reason. Of course, leave a comment down below if you have any questions on anything. I'd love to hear from you. But let's get right into it. So what is a 1031 exchange? So a 1031 exchange is just like what I mentioned, is when you go sell an old investment and you go to purchase a new one, any proceeds, which is usually tax with capital gains tax, instead of paying that tax, you can defer it to a later date, but you can use 100% of those proceeds to put into your new one to buy down that one. Which is a great way to build wealth because you're able to buy that down more. And of course, usually when somebody's making a purchase and using a 1031 exchange, they're swapping out basically one investment for another one, and hopefully the other one has more potential, or maybe it's something that they would rather enjoy to use for lifestyle reasons. Like a beach condo here in Ocean City. So an example, I helped a client. He had a long-term rental. It was a duplex in Philadelphia. So his plans were to sell that off and of course, use the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds, to the beach condo here in Ocean City. Because him and his family would vacation here multiple times a year. He would have business in this area too, which it kind of just made perfect sense for him. And he could also do short-term rentals, which would cover pretty much his mortgage, any condo fees, taxes, and they get to use it, which is the best part of all. Basically, there are some rules. With a 1031 exchange, they give you a timeline, which is you need to identify, you can do up to 3 properties, and they give you 45 days to do that. And overall, your total time frame is that you have to settle and purchase the new property within 180 days. So that timeline starts once you sell your existing property. So along with those time frames, you do need to utilize a company that specializes in 1031 exchanges. And this could be an attorney, but it doesn't have to be. They call this a intermediary company, or a qualified intermediary company, or a QI, and do this before you sell your existing, just so you know all the ins and outs and you know all the details. But they can prep up and get ready, and of course they will help keep track of the timelines for you too, and they will work with the settlement company with your new purchase, so they can transfer any proceeds, funds, for that purchase. Because usually when you go sell, they will actually hold the proceeds for that, so everything's documented and there's nothing in question. So you can go ahead and defer that capital gains tax. So another option is a reverse 1031 exchange, which is not as common, but I've been seeing and hearing about this a little bit more, especially in the type of market that we are in today, at the time that I'm recording this video, which is July 2022. Inventory is very low. So in a tight inventory market, some investors will utilize a reverse 1031, which is basically everything backwards. They actually will go purchase the new property first, and then the existing investment that they have, then they'll sell that off. So the kicker is, by law, you can't own both properties if you're going to do a reverse 1031 exchange. And how that's handled is the QI company that you've already been speaking with will actually form a SPE, is what they call it. It's a single member LLC. So they form this company, and the new property that you purchase is actually purchased with that LLC. And once that's when your timelines begin from there. You need to identify a property that you want to sell in your portfolio, which it might just be one, so you already know that. Of course, you have 180 days to actually sell and settle on the existing property that you want to push out. So, and once that is sold, then they'll that LLC, they'll quitclaim that the ownership over to the investor, and everything is completed that way. So that reverse 1031 is a lot more complicated, and there's quite a few more steps in there, so it can be more costly and a little bit more difficult to do. But it is becoming more common, especially with low inventory. If something pops up that's perfect that you want to go after as a buyer investor, that type of property might not pop up for a long time. A lot of investors will use a reverse 1031 instead of a regular 1031 to make that purchase, to make that happen. So I hope that helps. If this video has helped you out, make sure that you like and subscribe too, and hit that bell to make sure that you're notified, because I do come out with content every week and you don't want to miss anything. And if you need to reach out for any reason, my contact information is down below. Reach out, be happy to talk with you. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one.